Lust on the Loop. Well, UFO, that's from their LP Lights Out. It's the title tune and the perfect setting for Foghat. From a live LP that's about to be up, but we got a hold of a couple of tracks from it for you just ahead of time and thought we'd do a couple of them for you tonight. We'll do another one later. I just want to make love to you with the audience and everything else involved. And I'm free. Take them up on that request. And Boz Scaggs, Slow Dancer. Well, there's always a good time to be had around here. Neil Young will join us in just a second. And who else have we got here? Well, Chicago, Elton John. We'll get to all of them before you know it.
Have you ever watched them administer a lie detector test? First, the subject's blood pressure is checked. Rubber tubes are then stretched across his chest and stomach. These measure respiration. Electrodes are attached to the fingers. Even muscular movements are recorded. When administered properly, experts say the polygraph is almost infallible, which is what makes this month's Playboy magazine so compelling. In it, the editors present results of a polygraph test, plus one of the most astonishing interviews in the history of Playboy magazine. The subject? James Earl Ray.
Now, James, did you kill Martin Luther King?
No.
Do you know who did?
Based on what...
Your conclusions may differ from Playboy's, but you won't find a written document anywhere that gives you a clearer shot at judging Ray's guilt or innocence. And that is no lie.
It's in the September Playboy, on sale now.
Well, from one controversial Southern man to another on the Loop.
Southern change gonna come at last.
are The Loop, FM 98, WLUP, Chicago. Loop and some Southern music, courtesy of the Allman Brothers. Jessica, not a word spoken, but I don't think one necessary either. And Southern Man from Neil Young. It's Greg Budell, and there's still all kinds of lakefront and downtown activity going on for the rest of the week, I guess. There's a number here that you can call, find out what's happening. It's 349. Whoops. That one was not intended for public
I see.
consumption.
Can I have that one?
Think about
Are
it.
you done with that one yet?
744-3315. Let's be dignified.
I'm sorry, excuse me.
Well, I saw fireworks happening over the Chicago River tonight. Pretty neat.
I'm glad you woke me up for those, as a matter of fact.
Taking a nap.
So we ought to start this magical mystery tour right now because I got 0 commercials to play and all sorts of Beatles music on the loop.
Pretty as you feel, only pretty as you feel inside. You're only pretty as you feel, just as pretty as you feel inside. When you wake up in the morning, rub some sleep from your eye. Look inside your mirror, comb your hair. Don't give no vanity a second thought. No, no, no. Beauty's only skin deep. It goes just so far, 'cause you're only only pretty as you feel, as pretty as you feel inside. You're only pretty as you feel. So girl, don't hang yourself up on no plastic face. A little bit of soap will wipe away any grease. 'Cause you're only pretty as you feel. Say, you're only pretty as you feel. You're only pretty as you feel.
Pretty as you feel inside.
You're only pretty as you feel. Feeling pretty, feeling pretty. You're only pretty as you feel. Feeling so pretty, feeling so pretty, feeling so pretty, feeling so pretty, 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 pretty.
Here's some new music from the Alan Parsons Project on the Loop. Some older Jefferson Airplane material from the Bark album and the title track from Magical Mystery Tour by the Beatles. Continuing right along, we got Jimi Hendrix on the loop.
Hey Joe, where you going with that gun in your hand? Hey Joe, I said, where you going with that gun in your hand? I'm going down to shoot my old lady. You know I caught her messing around with another man. I'm going down to shoot my old lady. You know I caught her messing around with another man. And that ain't too cool. Hey Joe, I heard you shot your woman down. You shot her down now. Hey Joe, I heard you shot your lady down. You shot her down to the ground. Yes, I did. I shot her. You know I caught her messing around town. Yes, I did. I shot her. You know I caught my old lady messing around town. And I gave her the gun. I shot her. All right. Sure, one more time. Hey, Joe, where you gonna run to now? Hey, Joe, where you gonna run to now? Where you gonna go? Well, this, I'm going way down south, way down to Mexico way. I'm going way down south, way down where I can see it green. Ain't no one gonna find me. Ain't no hanging gonna. You ain't gonna put a rope around me. You better believe that now. I got to go now. Hey, you better run on down. Goodbye, everybody.
Rumors spreading round in that Texas town about the shack outside the game. And you know what I'm talking about. Just let me know if you wanna go to that home out on the range. They got a lot of nice girls. I'm with you. Well, here it's fine if you got the time and that chance to get yourself in. And here it's time. I'm
front room. Steel in my hand. Play along for days and nights. Never thought we could be such friends. Don't you see by now? We could be such friends. Don't you see what you've done? We could be such friends. Don't you see by now? We could be such friends. Don't you see what you have done? Night after night. Be my That's the one. What you got? Chance, not the chance. Listen hard for a year, I wasn't fine. They were just feet that made me come alive. Big kid in the coast, but then you understand. Spent the night feeling grand. We could be such friends. Don't you understand by now? We could be such friends. Don't you see by now? We could be such friends. Don't you understand? We could be such friends. Don't you know what you have done? Oh yeah. Won't you be my friend? Be my friend. Don't you understand? Won't you be my friend? Be my friend. Don't you see what you've done? Won't you be my friend? Be my friend. Don't you understand? Won't you be my friend? Be my friend. Don't you see what I've done? Now I see we're friends. Wanna be your friend. Realize. Now I feel we're friends. Be your friend. Don't you see what you've done? Now I feel we're friends. Be your friend. You understand? We could be such friends. Be your friend. You see the way I feel. I play all night. Play all night. Play all night.
The Loop with no commercials and lots of tunes. That's Peter Frampton from I'm In You, also ZZ Top and Jimi Hendrix. I'm Bill Evans, and I'm going to be hitting new stuff from the Grateful Dead LP Terrapin Station, also a cut or two from the latest Firefall LP, which is called Luna Sea. Right now, though, the latest REO Speedwagon, some live stuff on the Loop.
in the alley trading hands. Along came Wild Billy with his Frenchy man, all doing up on Saturday night. Well, Billy slammed on his coaster brakes, said, anybody wanna go to Greasy Lake? It's a mile down on the dock side of Route 88. I got a bottle of rosé, let's try it. Well, think of Hazy Davy and Killer Joe, and I'll take you all to where the gypsy ladies go. Good night, night. All night. Spirits in the night. All night. In the night. Stand around and let you Well, Billy was a crazy cat, and he shook some dust out of his coonskin cap. He said, try some of this, it'll show you where you're at, or at least it'll help you to feel it. By the time we made it up to Greasy Lake, my hand was out the window, Janie's fingers in the cake. I think I really dug her, I was too loose to fake. I said, I'm hurt, she said, honey, let's heal it. And we danced all night to a so very band, and she kissed me just right like a Mona Lisa can. She felt so nice, just a song that is living in the night, all night. Janie knew what she do to me. Rivers in the night, in the night. Stand right up and let her shoot through me. Now the night was bright and the stars threw light on Billy and Davy, dancing in the moonlight down near the water in the stone mud fight. Killer Joe passed out on the lawn. Hazy Davy got really hurt. He ran into the lake in just his socks and a shirt. Me and Crazy Janie's